Oh, why is it going in circles?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
You can come in.
Oh, I know. We're just checking on making sure we have the live stream. Here you go.
Making sure. I just haven't seen my hand go across the screen yet. Oh. What is that right there?
Very good.
Test. Yeah, I'm not seeing the video's not going.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good.
Okay, it's live.
Okay. Good.
Are we gonna have to wiggle it any?
No, because I went down to the car for about 20 minutes, came back, it was still over.
Oh, good. Okay. Very good.
Wow, that looks pretty good on widescreen. You brought your mouse too.
Huh?
You brought your mouse too.
Yeah.
That should be good to go.
Hey, Mark. How you doing? Good.
Cheers.
we just got the four of y'all up there, and Justin, Daniel, and I'll sit out here somewhere.
You know, what microphone do you want me to use? Just a little tiny wee joke. We're not going, are we? We're not live, are we?
Yep.
Oh, well.
So I started a live feed at 5:45.
Hi, everybody. I was being so good. Rats.
Hi, Sarah. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Michael.
By the way, we're live. It's on.
I'll see tape.
Oh, it's probably under, it's under the,
Can I sit here? or something?
yes, you may. Sure.
Are you doing okay?
Thank you for waiting.
Good.
How are y'all?
You're good,
Peachy,
honey.
we're live, by the way. I found that out the hard way.
It's like when I call my wife, you're on speakerphone, by the way.
Well, you hope you remember to do that.
I'm good, how you doing?
What's gonna do in the house, can't bother me.
put one at y'all's place. Did she? Is there one up there?
Yep.
Okay.
Mark, y'all doing like curbside or?
We are
to
doing,
go?
yep, curbside,
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all getting a lot of business?
You know, we're actually closed during the week because it's been so slow.
Mm-hmm.
And then, on the weekends, we're doing Friday, Saturday, and do, call in curbside only.
Okay.
And people can pay over the phone, is what we're kind of encouraging them to do, so they don't have to have any transactions when you get there.
Okay, that's good.
We can't accept credit card there, on site or cash.
Yeah, we live in Athens, so I've been trying to support the Athens restaurants and the Oconee restaurants.
There you
So
go.
one day I had something in Athens, or something in Oconee for lunch, and then when we got home, we went out to an Athens restaurant, got it curbside and just ate in the car because it was like 15 minutes, it's downtown Athens, and it's
Yeah.
like a 15-minute drive for us, so we
Yeah.
didn't want it to get cold, so we just sat in the
So,
car
yeah.
and ate.
You know, a lot of people have been doing that. It's kind of like the old,
It's called picnicking.
well, that or dine, the old drive-in.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
reminded me of the
Varsity.
drive-in,
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's good. Hopefully y'all only have to do that for a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
Well, the court system is shut down to the middle of May.
Really?
Chief Justice issued an order yesterday, I think.
Yeah, and the schools are closed for the rest of the semester. You know, people are wondering if they're gonna have to close schools in the fall, because they think coronavirus will die down in the summer and then early fall, but tick back up around like late October, November. And we still.
Till you get a vaccine, I mean, it's just gonna keep flaring back up, right?
And vaccine may not be ready till 2021.
Maybe Bill Gates will get it here faster.
I heard Israel's got one now they're working on.
Was it Bill Gates
They're
said he was
smart.
gonna fund 7 vaccine factories to work in tandem? Or whatever 7 would be, what would that word be?
In concert.
In concert, okay. That works.
Comes from an English major, right?
Yes,
I knew that.
English teacher.
with a music background.
Okay.
You good?
Good.
Doctor, how are you?
Mr. Chairman,
You wanna go grab a seat?
Be fine. Good, too.
you all right?
You doing great.
I'm Peter.
Hi, John.
I hope everybody at your house is fine.
They're doing great.
Good.
Oconee had no cases yesterday? No new cases?
I'll get you
Just over today.
Got the basketball park, you want me to pay for it? Got the basketball?
All right, at 6 o'clock, we'll go ahead and call our meeting to order. Welcome to the April 7th, 2020 Oconee County Board of Commissioners meeting. All social distancing protocols are active and we're limited occupancy of this room to 10. In just a moment, we'll ask you to stand for a moment of silence. Then after that moment of silence, we're going to ask Commissioner Mark Saxon to lead us in the pledge. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our first item of business will be to approve the agenda as presented.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Any statements or remarks from the citizens in the room? No? Thank you. Any statements or remarks from commissioners?
No, sir.
I got one.
Okay.
I would just like to say thank you to all the frontline folks that whether they're medical, law enforcement, fire, folks trying to get food to folks who need meals and stuff. I just think everybody should say prayers for them. Certainly unsung heroes, and we're still in this for a while. But I think it's just important for those folks to know that all of us really appreciate it. Whether we ever see them in action directly, I hope we don't have to do that, but to know that we care about them and hope they stay safe, and we want them safe back for their families too.
Thank you.
Just some announcements we got here. We will close the annex courthouse and other governmental facilities on Friday, April 10th and April 17th to all but critical staffing. This will allow for additional cleaning of the facilities as well as support the current stay-at-home mandate. All necessary on-call personnel and department heads will remain available via phone and email on these days in case of emergency. Individual departments will have a plan in place for necessary staff to remain on these days if necessary. Also, as of noon today, the public and private labs have completed over 33,713 COVID-19 tests. 8,818 of those are positive for COVID-19, with 32 of those in Oconee County. Please remember, you should not be within 6 feet of any person that you do not currently live with. Population-wide social distancing, case isolation, and educational closings significantly reduce the spread. Even with social distancing and staying at home, it's important that you follow good hygiene, washing your hands, avoid touching the face, and also disinfect any surfaces that you touch frequently. Another reminder, Census 2020 is underway. If you've not completed your census survey, please get that done tonight. I did mine on Saturday, finally this week. Census data is important for funding, strategic planning, and also determining our representation at the state and the federal level. Also of note, Chief Justice Melton of the Georgia Supreme Court issued an order yesterday to extend the statewide judicial emergency through May 13th, 2020. Also, with all the at-home schooling and everybody being 3 or 4 at the house trying to use the internet, that problem is magnifying itself throughout the community. Justin is still working on negotiations with our #1 firm. They had several conference calls over the last couple of weeks, and we're working as quickly as we can and as carefully as we can to get that project going. Also to note, Governor Kemp's order is set to expire at midnight on April 13th. We do anticipate the governor to issue a new order to extend that time frame. If the governor is not able to meet such an order, the Oconee County Board of Commissioners will issue a local emergency order to extend the current statewide restrictions until at least April 21st. Also remember that our local emergency orders 1 and 2 are in effect through April 26th. So I'll say I continue to be impressed with the level of compliance we have in Oconee County. I've personally seen our businesses around town setting up guidelines in place to keep people at the proper distance, and our citizens are complying with that. We're proud to have businesses that care about our community, and it's great to have citizens taking COVID-19 serious and reaching out to help each other. Remember, you are Oconee County. Oconee County is strong, and our future is bright. With that, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes. This will be for March 3rd, 2020 regular meeting, and also March 31st, 2020 agenda setting meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carried. Next item is consider the resolution to participate in the update of the Northeast Georgia Regional Solid Waste Management Plan in the amount of $2,289. Do we have any other questions from that presentation from last week?
No, sir.
Kathy, do we receive any public comment on this item?
No, sir, no public comment.
Thank you. With that, we'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion we approve the resolution to participate in the update of the Northeast Georgia Regional Solid Waste Management Plan in the amount of $2,289.
Second.
We have a motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. The next item is to consider a resolution designating Northeast Georgia Regional Commission as grant administrator for the 2020 Community Development Block Grant application. This submission is for the expansion of the Oconee County Senior Center. Justin?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the final piece of the CDBG application. This is a request for an expansion of the senior center for a built environment of it itself. The plan is we work with an architect, identify some ability to provide additional space in the senior center. The regional commission has served as the project administrator, will serve going forward should we receive it. This is the final resolution of acceptance by the Board of Commissioners. And ultimately, it will transfer from there to DCA for hopefully approval. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions of Justin on this?
No, sir.
Kathy, do we receive any public comment on this?
No, sir, no public comment.
Thank you. All right, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution designating the Northeast Georgia Regional Commission as grant administrator for the 2020 Community Development Block Grant application submission for the expansion of the Oconee County Senior Center.
Second.
All right, we have a motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next item is to consider one appointment to the May Courts Policy Committee to begin immediately. This is a appointment from the chair that's ratified by the board. We did take applications and have received 2 applications for this position. So with that, we'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we nominate or appoint David Henson to the May Courts Policy Committee.
I second.
All right, we have a motion and second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next item is consider bid award for the Southeast Pressure Zone Improvement Project to Caldwell Tank Incorporated for the elevated storage tank and to Griffith Brothers Incorporated for the pressure reducing valve installation for a project total of $3,090,687.54. This would come from SPLOST 2015 funds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd say you queued it up pretty well. These are 2 bids that went forward at ITB. One is to award the Caldwell Tank Inc. for the elevated tank, and the other would be Griffith Brothers Inc. for a pressure reducing valve. These are concurrent projects that would come out of 2015 SPLOST. Should improve significantly the water pressure in the Watkinsville area as part of our overall water system. This is part of the 2015 SPLOST project, and we're recommending approval of the 2 ITBs.
Thank you. Any questions for Justin on that? Kathy, would we receive any comments?
No, sir, no public comment.
With that, we'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion we award Southeastern Pressure Zone Improvement Project to Caldwell Tank Incorporated for the elevated tank and to Griffin Brothers Incorporated for the pressure producing valve installation for a project total of $3,090,687.54 from SPLOST 2015 funds.
Second.
Have a motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next item, consider the bid award to Garland Construction Company for design and construction services for the Civic Center.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is another 2015 SPLOST project as part of the Civic Center with 2 concurrent portions to it. One is the replacement of the HVAC system. The company winning the award is Garland Construction. The HVAC would be $199,350. And then the renovations of the interior overall, including LED lighting and other functions of the interior for $874,488,000. for an aggregate of $1,073,838 for the design build contract with Garland Construction, and requesting another $100,000 of owner contingency coming out of the 2015 Civic Center SPOS. Again, this is a project that's needed for the Civic Center to maintain its operation and refurbish.
Thank you. Any questions of Justin on this? Do we receive any comments, Kathy?
No, sir.
We'll point out that each commissioner did receive a communication from Angela Wellness asking that the project be declared, that the Civic Center project be declared infeasible and redirect those funds to some future need of the county, possibly related to the COVID-19 pandemics going on now. I don't believe we could meet the court's definition of infeasible to hold funds for an unknown purpose in the future. Also, the voters have overwhelmingly approved this SPOS 2015 with the Civic Center project included. Our Civic Center is over 26 years old and only had general maintenance performed on it. This building is in much need of upgrades and replacements. Justin mentioned the air conditioner, which is problematic, so anybody who's been to an event during the summer at the Civic Center knows exactly what we're talking about. AC maintenance is a concern for the staff over the last 3 years, and every year we go through the budget cycle, we're wondering if it's going to make it one more time. Keep in mind that we currently are working on the 2021 SPOS, that any future needs of the county can be discussed then for the future SPOS with proper community input and participation. Also, we will be putting local companies to work in an uncertain economic environment. So I would recommend that we move forward with the project as approved by the voters.
I would also say, Mr. Chairman, that nobody knows what's going to happen next month, and we've got a lot of time left on the clock with this virus issue, and it would seem to me that it would be prudent on our part, because we don't have a lot of big buildings that we control. But as we move closer to the summer, if we had to use the Civic Center in an emergency capacity, I would think the AC would be real critical, and not something that could, could break on us when we most need it.
Any other questions or comments on that one?
What do you think the timeline would be to start the project?
Justin, can you update us on that?
Yeah, Garland's ready to go. They've been waiting on, we actually delayed the approval 1 week just because of the world around us. But there's probably about a 8 to 12 week lead time on some of these mechanicals, and so they've identified a source to try to get those as soon as possible. It's helped kind of the honing in. So they can do some of the interior design work, some of the design of the design build contract, but as far as it'll probably be a month or two before they start actually physically getting in the building and ripping stuff out.
Okay, thank you.
Nothing else, we'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the award to Garland Construction Company for design construction services for the Civic Center renovation project in the amount not to exceed $1,173,838, and this will be coming from the 2015 SPOS funds.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next item is discuss and consider the bid award for the Fire Station Number 5 expansion project. Wes?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This Station 5 project renovation might require a little more discussion, but we did have our invitation to bid on that. Fire Station 5 is on 15 South, and as some of you may know, we're acquiring a new tanker truck. It's currently being built. An engine. So it's going to need a home and a place to be parked, and so that's why we need to renovate and do an addition to Station 5. So it's set to arrive in early fall, and so in order to properly house the new equipment, we need this. After the ITB was advertised and bids were received, we received 8 bids, and the lowest of the 8 bids was Viking Construction Incorporated out of Sandersonville, Georgia. We verified through some architectural firms that called all the references, and their bid was very favorable. The bid received was in the amount of $110,000, and that is within the budget that was approved last year for this project when we went through the 2020 budget. That's going to be funded out of the 2015 SPLOST funds. A little bit of additional analysis. In the original scope of work, it included the task of removing an existing 6,000 gallon tank and replacing it with a new 10,000 gallon tank. And this also included the installation of a new concrete pad and plumbing to the new tank. However, that was pretty sophisticated as far as what we were doing, so that was separated out, and that'll just be done for less than our quotable amount of $20,000. That won't require board action. That'll be done as a separate project. We're kind of working on that one, kind of off to the side with trying to figure out where Viking's going to start, how they're going to go if you accept this recommendation tonight. So with that said, our recommendation is to approve the award for the Fire Station number 5 renovation to Viking Construction Incorporated. Fire Chief Bruce Daxton, also Russ Henson worked on this project. We're all in agreement, and I think Chief Stallman will be happy to get this going.
As we talked about last week, that the new engines are much bigger than they used to be, so that it will not fit without this addition to the station. Any questions?
Now, how long has that station stood just like it is? I mean, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been quite a while. There's been a few minor modifications, but it's been a while.
Over 30 years.
30. Any other questions? Any comments? Or with that, we'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we award Viking Construction Incorporated the construction project for Fire Station number 5 expansion project not to exceed $110,000.
Second.
All right, motion second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next item is to consider the alcohol license modification for Jean's Mill Country Club due to a change in corporation status. Who's doing that one? Anybody?
This one's simple from our standpoint. The licensee is a Wyoming company, and they use the company with the same name that's a Delaware company, and that's 2 different things. So we have to modify their license. The ownership is slightly different, but all the important pieces of it were the same, so Kathy was able to move that through pretty quickly. So we just need approval of the change of the corporate entity.
Any questions? We should receive any comments on this, Kathy?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, they will entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the alcohol license for L&J Acquisitions LLC.
Second.
We have a motion second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. We do not have need of an executive session. Do want to mention that on April the 14th, we will have a virtual town hall meeting. So we're working on a way to possibly have an interaction that's live. So if that comes through, just keep watching our website. We've got a page up there where you can submit comments and questions now if you'd like to. But also we'll have where the live stream or where the actual meeting is going to be on the internet at that time. Also, we reminded that Oconee County Board of Commissioners has invited the Oconee County Board of Education to participate in a joint town hall meeting on May 28th at the Oconee County Civic Center. With that, Mr. Saxon.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you.